Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're doing a updated version of the global timeline, discussing what is coming next from February to March. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And of course, we ended up getting the preview or in-game preview stating that we are going to get the Tournament of Power 17 and 18. So let's go ahead and take a look on what is going to happen from now, which is this is what we're experiencing now, till the end of March. So we experience in the new year 2024 the introduction finally to Super Trunks. We got the EZA to the transforming Vegeta. We end up getting finally the Omega Shenron and the EZA to Super Baby. So that pretty much concludes the 2024 celebration. Now we do have some extra time here for those who still haven't summoned on the step up banners yet, like myself. I might actually do it. I have only a couple units I really need, but you know, I'm trying to save the Dragon Stones to meet my goal in my summoning goals. So under 24,000 Dragon Stones for 2024. I'm doing a really good job right now, so I don't know if I want to mess it up. Anyway, this ends on 131, which of course prompts me to say, okay, when is everything else is going to happen? Well, it might start a little bit early because I made a prediction previously that we were actually going to get this unit here on 131. But since we just ended up getting the recent update for when the unit's going to actually come out, we just got the preview right now and it's the 25th. We're probably going to get this on the 28th and not the 31st. So I'll actually switch it as what we're seeing right here. So somewhere on the 28th is probably when we're going to get this. 27th, 28th, depending on the time zone that you're going to be in. I think it's probably going to be like the 27th for me. So the Tournament of Power 17 and 18, it is a new category with tournament participants. You do have the Universe 2 banner unit here. It's really regarded as one of these, another throwaway Dokkan Festival exclusive unit coming from 2023 on the JP version of the game. So I think most, if not all, individuals that aren't summoning like myself or collecting you know, your every single Dokkan Festival exclusive unit, you probably all gonna skip this unit here. It's not a widely valuable unit. Tournament participants as of right now isn't overly strong, but I fear that some people are going to want to summon on this due to the fact that there's nothing else, you know, better to do while we're watching the 9-year anniversary on JP, right? So so stay away from the banner. It's not going to be as beneficial. You know, if there's like a 30 stone one multi with a guarantee something on it, possibly you might want to waste 30 Dragon Stones, but in a sense this unit is, I won't say dead on arrival, but it's not one of these units that is super sought out for you to go ahead and grab. So anyway, so this being, you know, 128, here's when this should start. We should get the Dokkan Awakening for the Trunks and Broly. So that's what I'm expecting. Maybe sometime, you know, a little bit later in February here. Even though, yes, we're talking about February through March, this is the end of January, right? End of January, beginning of February. That's kind of what I'm focusing here. So so sometime in the beginning of February, we should get this opportunity to go ahead and Dokkan Awaken that unit. Of course, that unit does lead into an LR. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But ultimately, you know, this celebration here should be what's filling up the time for the 9-year anniversary. And after the Dokkan Festival exclusive Tournament of Power 17 and 18, we are going to start getting some EZAs as well. So these EZAs are going to be Jiren. It's going to be the Universe 6 EZAs here. Funny enough, I think a lot of people were excited about these EZAs, especially the STR Jiren, but the standout of these EZAs actually is the Boda Magetta, right? The defensive mechanics on that unit is very, very good. So anyway, I would expect that to be kind of, you know, early mid-February is what we're going to get this EZA here. So more Dragon Stones, more just kind of giving us something to do again while we wait for Saiyan Day, which is the next hype thing that's going to happen on on global. So once the EZA for the Jiren comes out, then mid to late February, we should be getting the highly anticipated, kind of just joking there, LR Ribrianne. As you can see, again, all these units that we're talking about here, at least the summonable ones, again, the value of these units aren't going to be very high. Same thing for the LR Ribrianne. Even though she works fine, she's a good unit, but she's not going to be the units that you want to really focus and summon and use your Dragonstones on. Again, I will be doing it, but for you pay-to-play players out there, the collectors out there, I understand. Go ahead and grab them. For free-to-play players, low-to-play players, definitely don't need to. Even though this is going to be a yellow coin banner, and we do have the new pity system, right, around what's like 1,200 Dragonstones, 1,000 Dragonstones or so, you're able to, get this unit guaranteed, but it's still not worth it, all right? So LR Ribrianne coming mid to late February is what we're to expect there. Again, another skip is what you should be thinking about. Now, on top of that, we should also get a World Tournament sometime in February here with the long-awaited LR peel-off. This is actually a long-awaited unit, so that unit does come out, should be coming out sometime in February, unless a delay might happen again when it comes to a maintenance. Still don't know what exactly happened in the previous World Tournament delay. So this really should conclude February. And again, when you look at this lineup here versus what JP is getting in the 9-year anniversary, I understand the pain of being a global player. But again, the nice thing about it is, we didn't have to spend on these banners because we didn't know how good these were actually going to be in the future. We just know that these were just, in a sense, now we know that it's going to be a throwaway team in a sense, because I'm just kind of looking at tournament participants and things of that nature. I haven't seen any increase on that. Now we will probably have a boost in the anniversary because you have the EZA to MUI Goku and Evolution Vegeta, right? So that's going to be a nice boost there. I'm not sure, is the EZA UI Goku, the STR one, is he on tournament participants? That's something I actually don't know. I'm going to look that up really quick. Oh, by the way, it is a siblings bond leader as well. Okay, well, at least the EZA to UI Goku is on tournament participants, so that does help that team tremendously. So generally, you're going to actually run that unit as a floater, but still, wait on it. We got plenty of time for that to come back. You'll probably be able to purchase them if you have enough coins, which you probably shouldn't either. Anyway, you guys will get that if you want those down the road. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to March here. And early March, we should then be getting the Saiyan Saga, Father and Son, Piccolo, and Gohan, right? I've said this before, I wish they would have flip-flopped this, and the Dokkan Festival exclusive would have been that Nappa Vegeta, because that Nappa Vegeta banner unit, I love the card art, I love everything about it, and they could have made it really strong, and I think more people would be very hyped about it. Now, the Piccolo and Gohan is actually a pretty decent unit, but again, in the current scheme of things, right, with the with Broly and Gogeta Blue and things of that nature, they're not really fitting in some of these teams. So again, we'll see what happens in the Saiyan Day, but this will probably be another skip for most of you as well. Hopefully I don't spend a lot of Dragonstone summoning on either of those Dokkan Festival exclusives, but at least the Father and Son, Piccolo and Gohan, I think is a nice boost to Saiyan Saga, which is my favorite saga, and I wish they would do more. I wish Dokkan would celebrate that a lot more than it has. So these units should be coming out either late February, early March, and that should also lead into the EZA to Vegeta and Nappa, or LR Nappa, and then also the EZA to the Kid Gohan as well. That should happen right around early March there. Now, of course, in the JP version of the game, we did not have a part 2 to the Piccolo and Gohan, right? So this matches up perfectly with the timeline where the 9-year anniversary is going to kind of wind down. It's going to end. It's going to lead into Saiyan Day. Oh, I forgot to mention, I would assume that we should get the opportunity to LR the Trunks and Broly around early March. I'm just assuming that it could be a part of Saiyan Day. I'm not sure. I just want to throw that in there. So leading into Saiyan Day on 3/18, I initially thought, this was the previous video, I initially thought that we were going to celebrate Saiyan Day with Broly was the main character. But now, since the Broly movie is in the 9-year anniversary, of course, I don't think that's going to happen. Now, it still could, right? It still could lead into another Broly, but, legendary Super Saiyan Broly versus the movie Broly. So they could still continue on having a Broly celebration. But what I think now, because Vegeta has now been omitted from the 9-year anniversary, right, is generally Goku Vegeta or fusion of Goku Vegeta. But, there is at least a part of the fusion of Gogeta here. He is kind of still a part of it. I think Vegeta is going to get a much bigger highlight for Saiyan Day. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe, and Goku kind of got omitted as well, right? So it is just a fusion of Gogeta, but I think Gogeta, right? You still think of kind of Goku, right? It's not Vegeta, which is the other way around. But anyway, again, that's just my little train of thought there. So this is what's going to be basically happening, ending January, which we're experiencing now, into February and March. This is pretty much the same thing I kind of showed you in my previous video, but now we know confirming the February is going to be Tournament of Power 17 and 18. So let me know, global players, how you feel about all this. I know, again, it is pretty tough to deal with all the hype of the 9-year anniversary, but with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.